Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, everyone. This is Kim Q here, and I am with Eho. And well, first of all, a few of you have been asking, why isn't your son in any more of your videos? And it's because he's in school during the day and then he's asleep at night. But he had to be in this video because this video I want to do right now, it definitely it involves him. Okay, and I don't have anything written down. This is just me shooting straight from the hip because I feel the need to share this. Let me do a demonstration right quick of I don't know how this works. Watch, just because I want him to say it, he probably won't do it now. But okay, Kassan, this is what I ask my son when my son and I are having a disagreement, or he's not acting as I think he should. Then I basically try to give him like a conscientious interrupt by asking him, what is he? Okay? So, Kassan,
Yes, Mommy.
what are you?
A champion and a leader.
Look up.
A champion and a leader.
Okay, I'm surprised he did it because you know how that goes. But yes, he said he's a champion and a leader. And so I got that from one of our leaders in the company, Mr. Bugs. And as a parent, he's my only child. And you never know how to parent until you're literally just thrown in there and you just have to wing it, right? And I definitely know that when he used to act in a way that I didn't want him to act before, I would say, stop being bad. Stop being bad. Stop being bad. Stop being bad. And one of the things that Organo Gold has done for me is it's taught me how to be a better person and how to really watch my thoughts, watch my words, and watch how I communicate with other people.
Oh, you play
and
with
then,
me? Okay.
and so in an event that we had not too long ago, like a few months ago, Mr. Bugs was talking about how his mother, when he would act up, his mother would never tell him that he was being bad. That his mother would say, hey, you know, son, you are a champion and a leader, and that's how you're supposed to act. You're not supposed to act like the way that you were acting. You that's not how champions and leaders act. And I remember when he said that on stage, it really just struck a chord with me because by me saying, oh, you're being BAD or you're acting BAD, I used to try to say you're acting that way, but just using that word period in him, I didn't realize that I could be programming him to feel some kind of how about that. I see Lovio. So just from that event, and of course Mr. Bugs elaborated on that, and it just, gosh, it just did something to me. And so from that day on, when I came home and he would, you know, do what children do, I would say, you know, no, you are a champion and a leader. You know, that's not how a champion and leader acts, and instill that in him like Mr. Bugs' mom instilled it in him. And so and it's, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of funny too because there are times when he gets really upset because he thinks he's gonna get in trouble, and he'll just start to crying because he thinks he knows what he did was really not so good. So he'll start crying, and I'll say, you know, Eho, why did you do that? What are you? And they, Silencio, what are you? And even while he's crying, he'll be like, a champion and a leader. And I'm not gonna lie, that's funny. But I always try to get him to repeat before I go into, you know, why did you do that? Let's not do that, and all the other corrective measures. I always try to get him to repeat that he is a champion and a leader. That he's a champion and a leader. So I say that to say this. A lot of people think that Organo Gold is that little coffee thing and that it's all about coffee, and every time we meet and every time we have a call that it is about coffee. Guys, it's not. Coffee is coffee is coffee is coffee. Either you like it or you don't. And half the time you don't even know if you like it or you don't, because I have people tell me I don't drink coffee. I only drink it once a day. You're a coffee drinker then. What are you talking about? And I myself, I didn't drink coffee, and I said I didn't like coffee, but I loved our mocha. The mocha is what got me started. And a lot of people who say they don't drink coffee, they love our mocha. And a lot of people who say they don't drink coffee, hate coffee, when I come to their job or I come to whatever place I'm at, and I make them one of our cool treats here. Look at that, so good, so good. This is the what? I call it a
Mommy.
Yeah.
Can you smell that, please?
Yes. He's allergic to chocolate, so he just smells it.
And this thing is
It's good. You like that smell? I like that taste. But yes, when I come and I'll bring my cool treats with my, what is that called? What do I call that? The Coco Moco. Anyway, I come and I bring my cool treats. The main people who don't drink coffee are the first ones in line, saying, hey, can I get one of those? And yes, you may. But the point is, coffee is coffee. You don't know whether you like it until you try it. So just try it. And then if you like it, we'll tell you how to buy it. But we don't sit up on the calls. We don't sit up in the meetings and talk about the chemical composition of coffee or anything like that. What we talk about are the intangibles. Things that make you a better person, things that keep you from having success in life, because they translate to doing any business, not just this business, any business. So if you're not successful in the other aspects of your life, you're not going to come up to Organo Gold most likely and be successful. You're going to have to do a lot of you're going to have to do a lot of mental reprogramming and things of that nature. And like I said, what prompted this video was the fact that I went to do a delivery today to a gentleman, and his co-workers were like, oh, you get your coffee delivered? And I asked them if they would like to actually try one of these, and they said yes. So they set me up in the break room, and I had my blender. I made about 5 or 6 of these. They loved it. And so I'm going to definitely be in communication with them to tell them more about it. And then I left there and I went to a hair salon, and I just asked the people in the hair salon, would you like a cool treat today? And the owner was like, sure, go ahead, set up, knock yourself out. We don't care. And it was hot in that hair salon too, so I'm sure they were like, okay, I'm sure that helped. But while setting up the coffee, one of the women said, oh, is that Organo Gold? And I said, yes. She said, oh, I do that. And I was like, oh, okay, good. But she was like, it didn't work for me. Nobody bought it. Nobody this, nobody that. And as I looked around the hair salon, it was not busy. This is a weekday, so it wasn't busy. So I was like, wow, you know, I don't know if she's going to make a lot of money today. But she was a very nice lady, but I could tell that she was kind of down. And she was saying people don't buy it. And she's telling me that people don't buy it after I just came from making a delivery. So, of course, you know what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay. And then she was saying people don't drink it, and people won't support you, and people want this, and people want that. And I kind of sort of understand what she's saying, because I used to feel like that at certain points when I started. But as I was listening to her, I wasn't trying to convince her, yes, it does, yes, it does. No. I already know that people will tell you exactly where they are in life if you just stop and listen to them. And someone who already has that ingrained in their head that they can't, and they won't, and they're not, there's no point in me. There's nothing I can do in the 5 or 10 minutes that I interact with them to change their mind about anything. So all I do is just listen, but it really just took me aback, and I just talked to her about my experience with it and how the company helped me, not so much like selling coffee, but just helped me in other areas of my life. Like I said, like as far as my relationship with my son, and just learning to be a conscious parent and be conscientious in how I interact and talk to him. And so I told her, you know, even if you don't work the business aspect of it anymore, I definitely hope that you at least plug into the mentorship, because it is invaluable. I mean, it really is invaluable. I've learned so much more about myself with this company than I have in all of the many years of schooling that I've ever had. And I'm a person that took a long time in school. I mean, it is what it is. It took me 7 years to get a 4-year degree. Go figure. So, I mean, it is what it is. But as I was listening to her, and I just saw her face just look like no hope. She had 2 beautiful little girls, sitting there. You know, they're waiting. They got out of school. They had to wait for their mom to finish working before they go home and have dinner. And then she has a 3rd child at home that's graduating high school. And her face, like I said, was just basically void of any hope.
Mommy, do you like this kit?
I like it very much. Muy bien. So her face was just really void of any hope or any, I don't want to say life, because she was nice and she was upbeat, but she was, have you ever seen someone who's upbeat even though it seems like the weight of the world is on their shoulders? It's kind of, it's a weird thing. It's like an oxymoron, a visual oxymoron. But that's how she was. And it was funny because here she is saying people don't do this and they won't support you and they want that, She works right in the salon. She's an Organo Gold representative. I come in with Organo Gold stuff, and yet the people in the salon were like, this is good. I've never heard of it before. Her co-workers. A customer there was like, well, I have heard of it, and that's a great company. So here we have another Organo Gold representative who's saying that people don't like it, and the customer is saying, I know that company is a good company. And then go back to the Organo Gold distributor. She's saying people don't buy from me, people don't buy from me. But yet she's right there in the salon with coworkers who didn't even know that she sold it. They didn't even know that she sold it. So that tells me that she's not even, and she said it, she said it herself. Oh yes, my coffee is home in the closet. But why is it in the closet? Why don't you bring it? If she had brought it in that salon with a blender and told her co-workers, hey, you know, it's a slow day, let me make you guys up some coffee treats, then I'm sure her outlook would have been totally different about how people associate her with the coffee. And her results would probably follow suit. But because she didn't do that, now guess what? The salon owner, who, mind you, told me she doesn't drink coffee and loved this. It is good. The salon owner asked me to come back on Saturday when all of her clients are in there. Because despite them being busy, she wants me to meet all of her clients because she said, I don't drink coffee, but I like this product, and I know a ton of people who do drink coffee. So, I mean, I say that to say this. This really is not all about the coffee, and I get it if you say that little coffee thing, because quite frankly, before I got in it, before I started doing it, I said the same exact thing. I called it a coffee cult. I'm just going to be 100% honest with you. I called it a coffee cult, and I said, oh, you doing that coffee thing? I don't drink coffee. Everything that I'm saying to you is something that I'm saying from personal experience. I did it. I acted like I was better than that and just crazy stuff. Just because I didn't know. But like I said, I just wanted to convey that this is about more than just the coffee. Like my son knows, we were so entrenched in personal development, and my son knows the voice of Holton Buggs. He knows the voice of David Immunity, Napoleon Hill, W. Clement Stone, Claude Bristol. He's met Mr. Ed Hartley. Mr. Hartley gave him some Naira, which is the Nigerian currency, and then told him what it was. And if you don't know, Mr. Hartley is a very prominent leader here in the Atlanta market who's doing great things and building not only a local but a global market, as are all the other leaders that I mentioned. But because Mr. Hartley is here, I mean, I was able to take my son and have him meet him and just basically having my son around those types of people. So like I said, it's about more than just, you know, the coffee. The coffee is just a very, very small percent of all of this. So like I said, I could start rambling. But basically, that woman today, she just prompted me to do this video. For all of those who think people won't, people don't, people can't, and all this other stuff, it's in your mind. It really, really, really is in your mind. And that's why most of the time what we do in the meetings, what we do on the calls is not talk about coffee, but we talk about your mind and how it works and what you are saying to yourself. As a matter of fact, the book that I'm reading right now is what you say when you talk to yourself. So yeah, that's it. I did want to share that and just say the whole thing about conscientious parenting. And on that note, I wish you guys could have heard that whole Mr. Buggs speech because it was just awesome. It really, really was. I took so many notes because I didn't even realize how I could possibly be doing some harm to one of the people that I love the most. But anyway, there's another person speaking about the whole conscientious parenting thing. A friend of mine, Shay, told me about Dr. Shefali, who was on Oprah. And so I'm going to include a link to her videos on YouTube because she talks about the whole conscientious parenting thing too. And it's really, 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 really good. You will enjoy it. And I think that's all I have to say. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. And hopefully everyone who's been missing Iho, Kasan, Silencio. Hopefully everyone who's been missing Iho is happy now because yes, he will not be featured in a few more videos because he is a little kid and he sleeps and he goes to school. But that's it. I will see you guys later.